What's going on, everyone? This is Kevin here, coming at you with my hands-on and first impressions video of the BLU G50 Mega. So let's get started. Now, the BLU G50 Mega was recently launched, and it is one of the lowest end Android devices from BLU. Now, I will be linking to it in the video description so you can take a look at the most up-to-date pricing and availability. Now, I did purchase this phone with my own money, but I have worked with BLU in the past when covering other devices. Now, the first thing I want to mention is that BLU has come into some issues lately involving the carriers, and it's not their fault. But essentially, if you're not aware, AT&T and Cricket, which is owned by AT&T, have gotten way stricter on which devices they allow to work on their network. In the past, essentially, they used to allow any GSM unlocked smartphone, but they've gotten really picky. And I'm going to be doing more research on this to prepare for a future video about it. But to my understanding, if you get a phone that doesn't support voice over LTE, then it won't work with new activations of AT&T and Cricket. For example, my iPhone 6S actually recently stopped working with my Cricket SIM. So I actually ended my Cricket plan and switched over to Mint Mobile. But again, I'll save all that for a separate video. But the point is that if you're with Cricket or AT&T and you've used BLU phones with those carriers in the past, then that might not continue to work. And things really don't get much better if you're with Verizon or Boost Mobile either. Essentially, your best bet to use this phone on a carrier would be with T-Mobile, Metro by T-Mobile, or an MVNO under T-Mobile, such as Mint Mobile. I just want to let you know about that right away here at the beginning of the video, so you don't accidentally buy this phone and not have it work with your carrier. And from my perspective as a reviewer, this has definitely gotten very frustrating. But anyway, getting into the actual phone itself. Before I show you the actual device and the various features and specifications about it, let's take a look and see what all comes included here in the box. So you can see right here, BLU Smartphones G50 Mega. Here are some of the specifications for the phone. Now, in typical BLU fashion, we actually get quite a few accessories included here in the box, which is definitely a really good thing. The first thing we get is a tempered glass screen protector and also a cleaning cloth. So that's really nice. We also get a BLU sticker included, and what's really cool too is that with pretty much every BLU device, they do include a sticker like this, and the sticker typically matches the color of the box. So kind of a cool touch. We also have a quick start guide here. We have a dual SIM installation guide, so this phone does support dual SIM, which is pretty cool. We have a USB-C cable, if I can get it out of here. There it is, USB-C for charging and data transfer. We also have a USB wall adapter right here. We have a SIM card removal tool. And then finally, we have a thicker rubber case. So that's also really cool to see here. So you won't have to get a case necessarily if you get the phone. And this looks like a pretty durable case as well, compared to sometimes when you get a free case included, it's kind of thinner and not quite as protective, but this case definitely seems like a very durable one. Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't be concerned about damaging the phone if I was to drop it in this case. Now with the BLU G50 Mega, we're getting a 6.5-inch display, so it is a pretty big display, which is great for content consumption. Now the actual display itself is LCD at 720p. We're getting a PPI here of 270, and we're getting a 20:9 aspect ratio, so a more narrow but taller design here. Now despite this display being 720p, I do feel like it does look pretty good. Colors look nice. And in general, things do look nice and sharp as well. So definitely with this phone, the display is a strong point. Now with this device, you can see up top here, we do have a water drop notch. And in that notch is an 8-megapixel front-facing camera. Now with this device, we are getting 32 gigabytes of internal storage. And with that, we're also getting microSD card expansion. Now with the BLU G50 Mega, there is no wireless charging, but we do have a fingerprint sensor on the back of the phone. So let's give that a try right now. Nice and quick. One more time. So very accurate, which is good. In addition to that, we're also getting Face ID here with the phone. So I do appreciate that there are multiple methods to access the device. Now with the BLU G50 Mega, we do have a dual camera setup on the back of the phone, but it is kind of interesting. So technically, BLU advertises the phone as having dual 12-megapixel cameras. And that's great and all, but the second camera pretty much only assists with taking photos that have a blurred out background. So here's how things look with the main camera here on the phone, and you can see that if I want to cover up the secondary camera, it doesn't actually block anything. But if I cover the main camera, you can see that it does block everything. But essentially with that secondary camera, you can go to this button right here, And then from there, you are able to switch into bokeh mode, which does allow you to blur out the backgrounds, which is very similar to portrait mode. Now, unfortunately though, with this device, there is no portrait mode for the front-facing camera. So here's how things look though, through that camera. Again, it is 8 megapixels, but you cannot take portrait mode photos with it. So considering that this is a very low-end, entry-level phone, I'm totally fine with the camera setup that we're getting here. And I'm definitely looking forward to taking a variety of different photos and videos to really test out the quality. But if you are coming from a device where you do get a bunch of different camera features, then just keep in mind that the feature set that you're getting with the various cameras on this phone are pretty limited. Now with the BLU G50 Mega, we're getting 2 gigabytes of RAM and we're getting the Unisoc SC9863A processor. So I did run a Geekbench 5 benchmark test here with the phone, and I'll show you the scores from that test right now. But essentially the results were actually pretty decent, I suppose, for, a really affordable phone. Now, definitely this device is not going to perform anywhere near a flagship device like the Galaxy S21, for example. But again, for a very low-end phone, these scores are pretty much to be expected. So at least with this device, it is usable for phone calls, light web browsing, text messages, and also light social media. But if you are someone that's pretty much always on your phone, then I'm sure you will notice that this is a fairly slow phone. Now with the device, we're getting a 4,000 milliamp hour internal battery, which is pretty good. And as far as software goes, I do like that we're getting a pretty clean software setup here. And in general, things are nice and refined. But the phone does come with Android 10, which is almost 2 years old because Android 12 is coming out very soon, and it's very likely that this phone will never get a newer version of Android. So that's not necessarily a deal breaker, but don't get this phone expecting to get major software updates in the future. You likely will get some security patches, but this phone likely will never see completely new versions of Android itself. Thankfully though, even if the phone doesn't get any updates, all of your favorite apps will most likely continue to work for a very long time, because I have other phones that have versions of Android that are 5 years old and pretty much every app still works. Now there is no NFC with this phone, so if you are used to using your device to make mobile contactless payments, then you can't do it here with the BLU G50 Mega. But taking a closer look at the hardware, like I said, the display is certainly a strong point of this phone. I like that it's very big so that you are able to use this phone as a content consumption device. It's great for reading articles online, for example, or watching videos, or just going on social media in general. Like I said, if you do all that stuff very often, quite frequently, then you probably will get pretty annoyed by the slow speeds that you're getting here with the phone. But if you are someone that just occasionally likes to go on a website or occasionally likes to go on social media, then this will get the job done. Now, again, we do have that water drop notch up top, and then down below here, we do have a bit of a thicker bottom bezel. But in general, I'm totally fine with the overall design of the phone. Now, taking a look at the left side of the device, we have just the slot for the microSD card and SIM card. Then, taking a look at the right side of the phone, we have the power button, volume down and volume up. Then up top here, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack. Then on the bottom of the phone, we have the speaker, microphone, and we have the USB-C port for charging and data transfer. And that's another thing that I do especially appreciate with the BLU G50 Mega. I am really glad that we are getting USB-C with this phone, despite it being a really low-end option. Now taking a look at the back side of the device, we have that dual camera setup, the flash, and then the fingerprint sensor, and then also we have the BLU logo down at the bottom. Now the back side of the phone does feature a reflective finish, and you can see as a result of that, it does pick up quite a few fingerprints. But if you do end up using this phone with the included case, or some other case, then the fingerprint issue probably won't be much of a problem. So in general, I think this is a pretty interesting budget option from BLU. Keep in mind the carrier limitations, because I know that can get very confusing. I mean, I'm even confused, and I review phones for a living. But I'm definitely looking forward to covering this device in more videos in the future. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, make sure to sub to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.